Saya share. Okay, boleh nampak slide Okay. Alright. Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day to everybody. Before we start, we like to start with the Ummul Kitab Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahiminasyaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, arrahmanirrahim, maliki yaumiddin, iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. First thing first, thank you everybody, especially for welcome to the new student, PG FTKM, Postgraduate FTKM, and also the senior student from PG FTKM. With us, my colleague, Dr. Hilmi, Puan Hanizah, and also Mr. Asrul Hafiz, and all the beloved students. So today, my name is Muhammad Afzanizam bin Muhammad Rosli. As a Deputy Dean, Research and Postgraduate Study for FTKM, we will share to you, especially for the new student, what is the thing you should know for this semester, especially, and for the remaining semester, for you guys to undergo this program successfully. Okay. For the new student, you may ask any question related to the program, either master or PhD, and for the senior student, you also may ask any question related to your study. Okay. Okay, so welcome to the FTKM, Fakulti Teknologi dan Kejuruteraan Mekanikal, previously named as FKM, Fakulti Kejuruteraan Mekanikal. So now and onward, our faculty changed to Fakulti Teknologi and Kejuruteraan Mekanikal. So just to highlight, this is our ranking by subject, which is we are in the number 501 until 520 for the 2023. Just to inform all the PG students, especially, we are the only faculty, relates to the FTKIP, which according to the subject, engineering, mechanical, aeronautical and manufacturing are listed in this university. So that it gives us the reflection of how we keep on track or how we deal with our program, especially for the PG student accordingly. For the new student, so it's our university top management, UTM top management. Okay, start with the Vice Chancellor, Prof. Dato' T.S. Dr. Masila binti Kamal Rudin, and followed by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic and International, Prof. Dr. Zulkifli bin Ibrahim, and also Deputy Vice Chancellor Research and Innovation, Prof. IRTS Dr. Ghazali bin Omar. He's from our faculty. And also last but not least, Associate Professor Dato' Sabri, Dr. Sabri bin Muhammad Sharif, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Affairs and Alumni. And then for the FTKM Top Management, so this one is the previous slide. It should be now not Associate Professor but Professor Dr. Muhammad Fazli bin Abdullah, Dean, remain as a Dean for the FTKM, and followed by the Deputy Dean Academic, Dr. Faiz Reza, and me myself, Muhammad Afzanizam Rosli, Deputy Dean, and for the Research and Postgraduate, and Dr. Nadlin binti Razali as a Deputy Dean for Student Development. So now, if you guys notice, we already embed with the new strength of the PG team, postgraduate team. Previously, we have only the Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Ridwan Mansor, which is covered for the Head of Program, Coursework and Mixed Mode. Okay, but this time around, from this semester and onward, we have another two Head of Program. Okay, Head of Program. which is Dr. Hilmi bin Amiruddin. We will cover for the Master by Research, and also TS Dr. Muhammad Adrianata bin Sharul Zaman, Head of Program for Doctoral or PhD or DM program. So previously, we have only the Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Mansor for the top courses, and the rest we will cover me myself. But now I have already two another members that able to support the program specifically for the research for the PG FTKM. And to be specific, for the FTKM, Management for Postgraduate Study, after the Dean, me myself, and then followed by the Dr. Hilmi for the Master by Head of Program, Master by Research, and TS Dr. Muhammad Adrinata, Head of Program of the Doctorate, and also for the Administrators team, Puan Nur Haniza binti Safwan, Senior Assistant Registrar, Academic Unit, okay, and also Mr. Asraf Hafiz bin Zulkifli. What I'm trying to share for today mostly related to the PA or Postgraduate Academic Regulation, which related to the execution for the student, especially for the new student, because some of the regulation might address it clearly. When you are not follow the regulation or the requirement, you may have to face the consequences of failing to do that. For example, for the registration, for the nomination, for the graduation purposes. So all these things has been addressed clearly in the postgraduate academic regulation. So today I take this opportunity to share with you guys or to highlight to you guys so that you can plan properly your journey of your master or PhD accordingly to ensure you able or manage to complete your study in graduate on time or GOT condition. Okay, by right in the regulation we have 14 regulation. So I just want to pick up all the black in color, which is the registration, duration of study, research mode, examination of thesis, and graduation, which is I think is quite crucial for the new student to know at first before you undergo the rest of the regulation, which is you will be explained from time to time. Okay. So, for example, registration to all the new student. So you need to ensure at any time as a student you are in as active student. How to become the active student? You need to register uh, at the beginning of the semester. All right. Failing to do that, as the bullet point number 3, student who inactive for 2 consecutive semester will be terminated, okay, or dismissed from the program, which is a very huge consequences. So for the new student, you need to alert this one to assure your name or you has been registered for each semester, because when you are not registered for each semester, so that maybe at the end of the semester your name is not appear for the evaluation from your supervisor for the progress report, which is will have another problem regarding your study. Okay, so that's the first thing. And in fact, let's say in the position you are late to register, then you need to pay a fine, penalty, right? So that try to, I would say, plan your registration day to avoid any late registration, and of course to avoid the penalty. If I'm not mistaken, for the late submission will be fined RM5 per day. Yeah, RM5 per day, and the maximum is a 200. Okay, so rather than you waste your time for that kind of fees, and then try to plan your registration date so to avoid the penalty due to this matter. Okay, so for the registration, let's say now you are in the mode of the either you are PhD or master, and then you want to go or to change from full-time to part-time or part-time to full-time, vice versa. So yes, you do not have any problem on that. It's just the matter you need to pay for the uh, change of the registration mode. Okay, so it's, let's say at first you enter the program for the PhD full time, but after some time you feel that you cannot manage to complete within the certain period of time, then you change to the part time. Yes, you can, just to fill up the form and everything, and then you need to pay for the changing registration mode. Okay, and this related to the regulation number 6, duration of study. So this is a quite crucial for all the students need to know, because by having this kind of figure, you may plan to execute, to conduct, to complete your study according to the time frame. For example, for PhD, okay, the minimum in that part is the semester. Minimum is 6 semester. 6 semester means that 3 years, okay, and then the GOT is 4 years, and the maximum is the 8 years. And then for the part time, same goes. Just the matter, the minimum is the 4 semester, 4 years, and the GOT for the 12 years, and the maximum is the 16 years, 16 semester. Sorry, so GOT for the 12 semester, and then master by research for the full time. Okay, for the full time. Hold on, eh? Okay, for the master, for the full time, so 2 year, 2 years for the full time, and GOT 2 years as well, and the maximum is the 5 years or 10 semester. And then for the part time, for the master by research, 3 years for the minimum, and also for the GOT, 3 years, and the maximum is 10 semester or 5 years. GOT refer to the graduate on time, which is all the student need to target for this duration of study. Okay, GOT, graduate on time. And then let's say you are a very good student, bright student, or very hardworking student, or very dedicated student, and you manage to complete your study before the minimum years of study. For example, if you can see this one, let's say you are a student, PhD, but you are doing part-time, which is minimum is 4 years or 8 semester, but you manage to complete your PhD, let's say in 6 semester or year 3, in the year 3. Okay, so you still can complete your study, but there you need to comply this kind of criteria. For example, for the doctorate, you need to produce two journal, which is one is the WOS, Index by WOS, Web of Science, and then paper, Scopus, Q1, Q2, or Q3, all right? And then for the thesis, required to gain the minor correction from the examiner, and also the TEP refer to the thesis examiner panel, recommended by the TEP for academic excellence award, which means during the viva, this TEP or the examiner tick or marks for you, recommended to receive the excellent award. By complying all these requirements, you are able to complete your study before the minimum time as mentioned in table 6.1. Okay, and of course the requirement is different for the master. For the master, the requirement to get the early graduation is that only one index journal, either WOS or Scopus, Q1, Q2, or Q3, and then with the same condition, pass with minor correction, and also recommended by the TEP or Thesis Examiner Panel for Academic Excellence Award. Okay, so in other words, what I'm trying to say, you able to complete your study as soon as possible, but if your as soon as possible is below than the minimum requirement, either full-time, either PhD or master, you still can have the exit plan to comply this criteria to complete your study earlier. Okay. And then next, for the new student especially, and also maybe for the senior student that not yet take their RPD or research proposal defense. Okay, so this the recommended duration of semester months. Okay, you need to undergo your RPD or research proposal defense. RPD refer to the research proposal defense. A full-time and part-time student required to present his RPD in active regular semester after registration based on table 7.1, failing which the student may be given TM status. Okay, so TM means that tidak memuaskan. Okay, tidak memuaskan. So this the duration. Okay, and then from last semester, it will be centralized in the system, which is in your SMPS. And then you should have the button of the ERPD research proposal defense, and then all the thing will be pop up in your system to select or to nominate you is the candidature for that particular semester as to present your RPD. Okay, so that one will be assessed by the faculty until the day one, until completion of your RPD session. But then what I'm trying to highlight, all these things will be pop up in your system, so you need to check regularly, okay, to ensure that you are not miss the ERPD session. Okay, that's number one. And number two, you should check by yourself. For example, for the senior student, are you already take or not take the RPD? Because by recommendation, for the master by research, it should help in your first or second semester, and for the doctoral full-time, it should help your RPD from semester 1 until semester 3. Okay, if you are the PhD student full-time and still not undergo the RPD, then you need to inform to the faculty so that we can arrange for you just to comply for the requirement as per mentioned in table 7.1. Okay. But there's not any pressure or restriction. Let's say you are a PhD student or master student, and let's say for the first semester you are not ready due to whatever excuses, then you just mention to the faculty, then faculty will so-called unactive or deactivate your name for the first semester, and then we will call upon your name for the RPD for the next following semester. As simple as that. Maybe for the first semester you are not ready yet, just still in the literature review or still in the reading, not confident yet to go for your RPD. So you may mention the excuses, and then we will rearrange your RPD throughout the next following semester. But please ensure it should be fall in this range, either this 6 to 12 months for the master full-time, 6 to 18 months for the part-time for master, and doctoral for the full-time 6 to 18 months, and part-time for the doctoral for 6 to 30 months. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, so the RPD, so it should be when you log in your iUTM and then log in as in the SMPS, then it should somewhere in your tab appear the ERPD, which is the research proposal defense. Then you may click from that one to fill up all the rest. Okay, normally we will give the email according to this kind of notification for you guys to alert or aware this kind of activity before you to avoid any missing information towards the RPD, because at the faculty we will conduct the RPD or research proposal defense every semester. Okay, every semester, so that if you are missed for the first semester, you can go for the following semester. And then just to highlight again, the number of pages you are required completion your master or PhD. Okay, so this is the range, 55 until 200 pages, 30 to 100 pages, from chapter 1 until last chapter conclusion, not including all the appendix, and then the table of content and everything. Okay, so try to get this kind of thing. Okay, not that much, not that much. Normally we do not have any problem with the minimum. We always have for the maximum, which is 400 pages. Okay, for the PhD. Okay, and then for the master 300 pages. So no, actually it can up to the 100 pages. Okay. Okay, so the most important part, the graduation requirement. If you can see from this table, okay, for the 8 slightly different from the PhD and also for the master by research and also the industrial PhD or DEng, Doctor Engineering. Okay, so for the PhD, you need to produce 2 papers or 2 journal, which is one is the minimum index, scopus or WOS or ERA. Okay, in our case normally we deal with the scopus or WOS. Okay, and then the second one, the second paper, it can be journal article, technical report, book chapter, peer review proceeding. Okay, so meaning to say, PhD 2 paper, 2 journal. Okay, and then the first index scopus and above, and then the other one, not indexing by scopus, also can be accepted. Meaning to say, if you are attending the conference and the conference produce the proceeding for the paper that you are submitted, then that one can be entitled. It's a part of your publication to fulfill the graduation requirement. Okay, for the industrial PhD or doctor engineering, okay, only required 1 journal article. Okay, and yet need to provide evidence of innovation of their research work endorsed by the participating company. Meaning to say, there's no any requirement for the higher indexing, scopus or WOS or ERA. Sufficient for the journal article. Okay, it can be, for example, in UTM we have the JMET, okay, or JAMT or JET, okay, which is entitled for the journal article. But for the doctor engineering student, need to provide the evidence of innovation in their research work endorsed by the participant company. Normally for the industrial student, they may attach to the company, so that particular company need to endorse the evidence of the innovation. And then for the master by research, okay, only 1 journal or article, technical report, book chapter, peer review and proceeding. Not necessarily to provide the 1 journal index by scopus or WOS. Okay, so that is the minimum requirement to complete as a purpose for the graduation for master by research. All these things comply either you are in a mode of the full time or part time. Okay, so it should be clear on that particular parts. And please ensure on your writing or journal, okay, so your name should be the first and your main supervisor should be the second. Okay, or and then your name is second author and your main supervisor is your first author. All right, and then due to the corresponding, so it can be you as a corresponding author or your supervisor is a corresponding author. The one, I think I leave it to you yourself with the supervisor to choose. Okay, for now we still accept either student as a corresponding author or the main supervisor as the corresponding author. Okay, but normally they will put the supervisor as a corresponding author. Okay, and then the first name is the student name and the second is the main supervisor name as a corresponding author. And then the published journal, article, report book, proceeding shall be relevant to the student research. So it should be like that, because let's say you are doing the project of the, let's say, energy. So your article, everything should be related to the energy or related to your master or PhD work, because some of the student may use maybe from their um, final year report, perhaps, or maybe if he or she taking the PhD and using the master project as a journal submission, which is not allowed. So it should be the journal or the paper representing the current or existing work we have been conducted or performed. And then this thing, quite interesting. For now on, once your thesis completed 100%, then you can proceed for the submission from the system SMPS, which is you need to log in for the IIUTM, and then for the SMPS, and you will see the tab of the Eviva. Then you just click that button and fill up the requirement from that tab to submit your thesis for the purpose to nominate your examiner. Okay, so not required to wait paper accepted or published. Okay, so with having this kind of term, we would expect it able to expedite the process for the submission of the thesis, and also have a better chance for the GOT. Okay, graduate on time. Okay, so if you complete your thesis but still do not any paper to accepted or published, then there's not any restriction. You may submit your thesis to undergo the viva process. It's just the matter you might be not able to convo because we still want to wait your paper to be published, because if you can see this one, the graduation. Okay, so this is the requirement for the paper. So for the research mode, the blue in color refer to the activity you will be undergo maybe at only one time during your entire study. Okay, and then the green in color representing the process you need to undergo every semester. Okay, this one. I will start with this one. University compulsory subject, which is you need to take 2 subjects throughout the study, which is the subject will be offered every semester. Then you can custom or choose or select which semester you are preferred to perform the university compulsory subject. But I'm always recommend to take that subject earlier, because the subject, one of it is the research methodology. So that by having that kind of experience or learning curve from that subject, then you can try to apply as a part of your knowledge preparing for the research proposal defense. Okay, and then let's say you already completed this two subject, university compulsory subject, then you will undergo the RPD, research proposal defense, which is I state just now. It can be your first semester or second semester or your third semester, depends what is your mode of study. Okay, and then publication for the graduation purposes, and the viva voce. Okay, so most of these things will be take only one time. Okay, one time like that, right? And then for the every semester basis, you will undergo the progress report. So this progress report solely evaluate by your main supervisor. Okay, so to determine you are pass or fail to continue for the next following semester, solely based on your main supervisor evaluation. Okay. Okay, so this is the research proposal defense. I just want to make it very clear. For the master FT refer to the full time, PT refer to the part time, Okay, so the tick one, so this one representing you are eligible to take the RPD. So for example, for the master by research full time, semester 1, semester 2, for part time until semester 3, full time for the PhD semester 3, and part time for the PhD is the semester 5. Okay, publication as I mentioned, MSc 1 journal, PhD 2 journal. Okay. Back again to the progress report that I mentioned just now. So the progress report, the passing mark for the progress report, which is evaluated by your supervisor, main supervisor, 50 and above. So you need to, I would say, target at least 50 marks and above for each semester for you guys to go for the next following semester. Because what? Because let's say your supervisor give you, let's say 45, let's say 45, 45, which is in the range of the 30 to 49, fall under the category of the unsatisfactory and you will be graded as a TM, tidak memuaskan. Okay, unsatisfactory TM, conditional pass. And unfortunately, when you have the TM, okay, in 2 semester consecutively, then you will be terminated from the program. Okay, and not only due to the evaluation by the supervisor, which give you less than 50 marks to get the TM, but also if you fail to upload your progress report within the stipulated time, you also will be given the TM or KS by default. So that's why for each semester, we keep on remind student to ensure they are uploading their progress report in the stipulated time, so that to avoid this kind of result. Okay, even you are doing very tremendous progress during that particular semester, but you are missing this kind of uploading the progress report within the stipulated time, then you will be given the TM or KS. So please ensure you are not miss this information for you guys to survive for the next following semester. Okay, and then as I mentioned, if the student obtain TM tidak memuaskan or KS, okay, TM unsatisfactory or KS conditional pass in 2 consecutive semester, and then by default it will go for the GG or fail or KG, dismiss from the program. Look simple, but the consequences quite relatively huge. With the maybe the most typical excuses, forget to answer, forget to upload, which is the activity not less, not more than 10 minutes, but then by missing that 10 minutes during the stipulated time, then you will be get this kind of result, which is I think not worth. Okay, not worth. Okay. Okay, so in terms of the examination of the thesis, for this one maybe especially for the senior student, okay, thesis 100%, turn it in 20%, subjects, 2 subject, university composite subject, published paper, verified by the PLH, perpustakaan laman hikmah or library, and then from that process, we go for the nomination of the examiner. Okay. All these things is the online submission through the SMPS. SMPS refer to the Sistem Maklumat Pasukan Siswaza. It should be every postgraduate student have that menu in their system. Okay, so by submitting all these things, then you can go for the next following step to the nomination of the examiner. So this is the, I would say, the category of the examination of the Viva. It can be pass with minor correction, with major correction, thesis unsatisfactory, and lower resubmission and fail. Okay, so I don't want to touch it much because this one is for the new student, but for the senior student, so this is the thing you need to target. As I mentioned, related to the extraordinary, to complete the study before the minimum duration of time frame. So actually, the student need to get either pass with no correction or pass with minor correction. Okay, if the student pass with the major correction, so they are not entitled to get the completion of study before the minimum duration. Okay. Okay, so for all the subject, okay, so this one just to get the idea number of credit, okay, publication, two or one or two journal index corpus ISO within the period of study. Okay, so I think it has been highlighted previously. This one just to remind the affiliation or the sequence of your paper. Publication, Master or PhD, minimum publish, 1, MSc and 2, PhD, journal index, corpus or ISI. Okay. But then for the now the new one master not required the index corpus or ISI. But I want to stress this out. The first author or second author, first author is main SB corresponding over the SB affiliate UTEM. Okay, don't forget this one, affiliation of UTEM, and of course all these kind of submission, publication of your journal should be in the period of your study. Okay, period of your study. And the definition of the GOT is that the day one you register, pay the fees for the registration, and then until you get the Senate approval. Okay, it's not the day you complete your Viva session, it's not the day you complete your correction, but the GOT definition until the Senate approval, which will be conducted every month. Okay, every month, the meeting of the Senate. So as a PG FTKM student journey, in conclusion or summarize on that part, so you will be undergo the RPD, research proposal defense, at the early stage of your journey as a master student or the PhD student. Okay, and then in between that, at the faculty level, we will conduct the PRISMA. It seems like the mini symposium or mini conference to all the research student, either master or PhD, to get the experience prior your Viva, which is the day you defend your thesis for your master or PhD, and then go for the correction and submit at the faculty and the SPS for the Senate approval. Okay, so for the RPD, we will all the detail will be available in the SPS website. You can download the template of the RPD. Okay, and the Prisma normally will be conducted by the committee which appoint among the PG student. Normally, we will be assigned those who are just completed their RPD, or maybe the senior just wait for the Viva or doing the correction as a committee of the Prisma. All right. So this is the list of activity from the PG FTKM. Previously, we conduct the PG sport, which involvement all the PG or postgraduate student from the FKM. All right, and then we go for the Prisma, visit to industry or institution, seminar, talk sharing, progress report. Okay, so all these things beside your study can be included in your progress report, because in your progress report they have two category, which is the academic activity and non-academic activity. Okay, from this part, if you are involving, let's say for the Prisma, it can be fall under academic activity academic. Let's say you go for the PG sport, or let's say PG sport, then you can put it in the non-academic, because all this progress report will be evaluated as well by your main supervisor to give you guys the final mark. As I mentioned, should targeted 50 and above. Okay, if not, then the part of the non-academic will be blank lah kan, blank, no activity. Okay, so this is the previous activity FKMPG sport. Okay, so bowling organized by the student. Okay, so they invited all the PG FTKM, FKM during that time. Okay, then table tennis, indoor, dart, okay, chess among the PG student and also the supervisor. Okay, and then the volleyball. Okay, futsal. Okay, right, carom. Okay, so for the academic activity, so we also conduct the Baker Penulisan Jurnal, okay, tips for writing engineering thesis. So normally we will conduct this event face-to-face version, so that we have the limited seat. So normally we will entertain for the first come and first serve, first come first serve lah, first serve basis. So just to alert all the activity so that you are not miss all this kind of activity. Okay. Okay. So normally when we conduct the event, mostly will be full house lah. Full house. Penuh memang occupied with all the student. So those who are looking forward this kind of face-to-face version academic activity need to alert and aware so that they are not miss the chances to have the real experience in a face-to-face session. And then also we have the laboratory safety briefing previously, and also if we have the opportunity to import the speaker from the overseas, then we will try to arrange specifically to the PG student just to get the better view or more understanding about the topics. So you are offer on that. Okay. Okay, so the activity, everything. Okay, regarding the PRISMA, Postgraduate Research Symposium and Mechanical Engineering. So it just held last July. Okay, so using the online or MS Team, which is we will try to conduct this event by yearly basis. Okay, so just wait for your turn as a participant for the PRISMA, or you are most welcome to become a committee for this PRISMA. Okay, so all the poster, program book, we also provide the certificate, and we also provide the best presenter certificate to get you familiarized or have that kind of better preparation towards the Viva. Okay, so that's the thing. So this the online session during the Prisma. So we also go for the visit. It's a part of the activity, career fair or industrial visit. Okay. Normally, this part will be involved by the senior student, which is upon completion. But then, as long the seat is still available, it's open to all. Okay. So mobility program. Okay. So beside that, we also experience to go for the mobility program previously during 2022 Nagoya University. All right. So this one also based on the certain requirement and the first come and first serve basis. Okay. So Nagoya. Okay. And also we have the mobility at the Thailand, Songkla. So we have maybe about 10 our PG FTKM student stay at the Thailand, Hat Yai, okay, Prince of Songkla for a week. Okay. So just take that opportunity and grab the opportunity. Okay, so the student normally some of the event of the mobility will be open or offer by the other faculty. Okay, so that of course, let's say they are offering our faculty, then we just take a part, and if still have a quota or the vacancy, then you can try to apply and go for the activity. As simple as that. Okay, it's just the matter. Most of this kind of event, so-called very hot demand. So you just need to respond it. I would say based on your luck as well, again, because normally will be easy to occupy from the time can. So if you able to respond it within the time frame, then maybe you can be selected as the nomination to join this activity. And then Tokushima University, Japan. We also have one student from our faculty, FTKM, Rohaiza here. Okay, and then she managed to go to the Japan, Tokushima University for the mobility program as well. Okay, and then at the Indonesia, Faik, it's not to the Indonesia, Umri. Okay, Umri, Indonesia. He also one of the speaker for that event. So yeah, just take the opportunity lah. So take the opportunity. So that beside you are studying for this PhD or master for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, and try to equip yourself as well by having this kind of experience. And then this one, the most recent one, last month, okay, we have 8 students from PGFTKM who are going to the NITEC Nagoya, Japan. Okay, and then yeah, so this is the thing lah. Okay, so almost 2 weeks they are based at the Nagoya to undergo the mobility program. So as I mentioned, first come first serve basis. So if you are related to the topics, then you are most welcome to go for this kind of event. Mostly by this event, of course the student need to pay a few amount of money, but then one more or less related to your passport and visa, but and yet the rest will be covered by the university. Okay. So this one just a photo of the ninja, ninja left and right, and then this the lecturer assist for the tour group, and also our PG FTKM student. Okay, so by all means, all the activity that we are highlighted just now, actually they represent by having this kind of column. Let's say the academic version, you may put or whichever academic version, activity, and the non-academic, then you may put here. And then recognition, maybe you are involving the Prisma just now, and then you manage to get the best presenter, then you can put this one. Or maybe in your master or PhD work, you have the product, and then the product go for the competition and win, and then you can put this one as well, no problem. Okay, so that's why I'm urge all the PG student, I mean specifically for the FTKM, at least to join one academic and one non-academic committee. At least you can put somewhere in your progress report to be a part of your evaluation from your supervisor. Right? Because the committee also we just open for the voluntary basis. There's not any restriction or any force for you to join. We go for the voluntary basis. So those who want to contribute for the faculty in terms of the activity, either academic or non-academic, you are most welcome, so that we can provide all this kind of activity together. Okay, so this one, try to strategize, try to plan. At least you enter one academic program and one non-academic program as a committee. Normally, when you join as a committee, either academic or non-academic program, you also become the participant on that particular event, right? So that's maybe the advantages by having that kind of committee. Okay. So from now on and still, okay, the president of the UTEM Postgraduate Association, fortunately, still our student, I mean FTKM student, master Muhammad Faik Aiman bin Aili, he already submit his thesis to undergo the nomination of the examiner. Okay, and then on behalf of the faculty, Muhammad Nur Akmal bin Kazim, he already undergo the viva session and currently in the mode of the correction, and then Zulaika, Zulaika. Okay. So So this for now, this is the representative from our faculty to pass the info, whichever activity related to the postgraduate at the university level, right? So I think that's all for now. I open for the Q&A session, if any, from the new student or from the senior student. With that, thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Saya Azri. Saya nak tanya lah, tadi ada research proposal defense tu SEM 1, SEM 2 atau SEM 3 kan?
Betul.
Untuk PhD. Tapi dekat ada table tu tulis 6 hingga 18 bulan tu maksud apa tu?
Dan 18 bulan tu dalam mode bulan, bukan dalam mode semester.
Maksudnya bukan maksudnya lepas 6 bulan baru boleh provide. Macam mana?
Maksudnya kalau 18 bulan maksudnya 3 semester lah.
3 semester.
6 kali 3 18.
Okay.
Itu aja. Maksudnya in short, katalah kamu buat PhD part time, full time ke part time? Full time. Full time.
Full time.
Okay, full time. So maksudnya you are entitled to undergo your RPD in the range of semester 1, semester 2, semester 3. Okay. So you may select which one do you already ready ke to undergo your RPD. By default kita akan invite aja semester 1 untuk kamu buat RPD, tapi katalah tak bersedia lagi, whichever excuses, then kita boleh hold for the next following semester, but not exceed until the third semester.
Maksudnya dia akan invite lah. Biasa minggu ke berapa tu dia buat tu, dan minggu berapa dia maklum kan?
This RPD at the end of the semester.
End of semester, maksudnya minggu 14 lah.
Tak semestinya. Kadang-kadang buat ada 16, 17. Depends.
Okay.
Tapi the idea kita buat end of the semester. Of course for the new student kan, dia masuk new semester, kalau nak buat awal semester cepat sangat kan. So kita bagilah dia prepare everything, discuss with the supervisor everything, and then at the end of the semester then we will conduct the RPD lah. Macam tu Azri.
Yang kedua apa? Untuk submit, sorry banyak sangat tanya sebab baru.
Boleh.
So kalau yang submission of progress report tu biasa minggu ke berapa?
Submission of progress report normally kita akan inform to the student dalam 2 minggu sebelum mesyuarat fakulti, result fakulti. Katalah mesyuarat fakulti, katalah buat 17 week 17 kan. So maksudnya week 14 tu dah kena submit for example. Tapi announcement to submit all the progress report will be held somewhere in week 10. Awal lagi kita bagi tahu.
Semua online lah kan? Dan
semua
sistem.
Online. Betul, semua online.
Lepas tu macam kalau yang aktiviti non-akademik ke apa tu, ataupun talk ke apa ke, macam mana kita nak apa tu, proof of attendance tu? Maksudnya kena yang ada sijil ke ataupun kena apa tu? Macam mana nak?
The most simplest way to prove the evidence is the certification. Kalau that program tu tak ada buat the certification, you may attach your maybe appointment letter kan, surat kena pergi ke kan, ataupun involve ke, surat panggilan daripada fakulti untuk join the visit ke, it can be part of the evidence lah untuk kamu.
Kalau macam webinar yang tak disijil apa semua tu boleh ke? Ambil gambar
kalau you memang pergi and then you mungkin boleh ambil gambar dengan komiti ke, whichever things ke, then boleh, tak ada masalah.
Okay.
Sebab itu memang based on trust saja. Itu under you nak report kepada your supervisor.
Sebab dia tak ada macam CPD sistem, tak ada lah untuk student ni, tak ada lah.
Tak ada.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Okay, sama. Okay. Semangat Azri ya. Okay. Bagus. Alright, any question? Ada the rest? Idris ada tanya kan? Kalau buka kamera ni selalu tak tanya. Suara tak ada. Okay. Suaranya tak ada Idris. Saya tak dengar ke ataupun
memang tak dengar?
Tak dengar. Kalau kalau Pak Idris mau type di chat pun tak apa, nanti saya minta tolong.
Halo?
Okey, itu okey.
Ya.
Okey, dengar, itu okey.
Sir, tadi saya melihat ada apa namanya, artikel publikasi. Di situ ada wajib afiliasi UTM
Betul.
aplikasi. Apakah boleh double afiliasi? UTM yang pertama, the first affiliation, and my campus the second affiliation. Apakah dibolehkan seperti itu?
Jawapannya boleh banget.
Boleh banget. Alhamdulillah.
Masya Allah.
Sebab saya kalau publikasi boleh saya dapat allowance dari kampus saya kalau saya buat afiliasinya.
Baik. Tidak ada
Baik.
masalah. Tak ada masalah. Untuk graduation, masa yang saya cakapkan tadi, as long your name is the first or second, and your main supervisor either first or second as a corresponding, and then minimum mesti ada affiliation UTM, and kalau nak letak universiti masing-masing ataupun tempat kerja masing-masing pun no problem. So then it can be considered as a part of the requirement to fulfill the graduation purposes. Should be no problem. Okay, siap.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Mantap.
Koordinator baru mantap. Okay, ada lagi soalan lain? Pelajar kanan mungkin okey lah Pelajar senior okey kot. Pelajar baru lah kot kalau ada pun. Kalau tak ada, so mungkin selepas ini most of the activity or the announcement or any kind of engagement for the master or PhD student will be liaised directly with the Dr. Helmi, okay, because he's now is the head of program for the doctoral program, okay, and then also master program, Dr. Adri, okay, master program, and then for the doctoral program, mostly you will be engaged with the Dr. Adri, okay. So lepas ni mungkin saya akan slow, okay, saya akan slow sikit lah kan sebab dah ada lagi taiko baru yang akan lagi mantap, gitulah. Kata orang tu kalau sudah tua tu maksudnya berundur kan gitu, kan gitu kan. Cumanya for the new student yang mungkin first time, so boleh panggil saya Sir saja, Sir, SIR, Sir saja. So mudah je kan, Sir saja. And then please give the full support, the best support to the Dr. Adri and also to Dr. Helmi as you give to me previously, or even better for this time, to assure that our program, specifically master or PhD under our faculty FTKM, will be run successfully as previous or even better, insyaAllah. Okay. So before, tak apalah sebab tak ramai, so saya nak sebutlah seorang-seorang kalau nak tanya ada soalan ke tak kan. Okay. Saya start dulu dengan Izzati. Izzati ada apa soalan Izzati?
Tak ada sir, setakat ni semua okey.
Okey. Nama tengok tu. Okay. CV ni ada lagi okay. Mona Lisa ada lagi. Mona Lisa ada okey.
Ada. Tak ada doktor.
Ada soalan ke?
Semuanya
Ada lagi.
okey. Tak ada soalan.
Okey. Alright. So Azri dah tak ada soalan okey.
Okey, tak ada apa.
Alright, baik. Okey, Sadatu Syakira, ada apa? Okey, tak ada soalan. Okey, tak ada, bagus. Okey, ni student baru ni, student Dr. Adri. Batrisha, ada apa soalan?
Tak ada lagi doktor, semua okey. Saya jelas yang apa yang saya explain.
Macam ni mentang-mentang lah supervisor ketua program sekarang. Okey. Ayuni, ada apa Ayuni?
Tak ada doktor.
Okay, welcome to the group. Jangan tukar supervisor ya. Okay. Siapa ni? Karo Nizam. Apa Karo Nizam? Okay, tak ada, kita skip. Saudara Hisham, ada? Hisham? Okay, tak ada. Faiz, ada apa-apa Faiz?
Tak ada sir. Thank you.
Supervisor ada lagi ya?
Ada.
Ni student Dr. Fudail. Okay. Okay, siapa lagi? Tak ada tinggal tak? Siapa lagi ni? Okay, ni dia ada. Puan Afika, ada apa-apa Puan Afika?
Tak ada.
Alamak, okay, betul. Okay. Kalau macam tu betul tak ada tu. Okay. Bos Idayu, ada apa-apa? Bos Idayu? Okay, tak ada. Ada.
Crystal clear tak ada.
Okay. Terima kasih. Fatia, ada apa-apa Fatia?
Tak ada.
Okay. Maksudnya yang betul-betul tak ada lah ni. Ingatkan kalau macam tanya tu ada kan. Ini tak ada tu. Alright. So, it's okay. Never mind. Kalau katalah sekarang
Doktor,
ada soalan
sorry.
lagi. Ada.
Satu
Okay.
lagi tanya. Apa
Sure.
tu, nak tanya sela masa kalau kat UTM ni biasanya daripada Viva tu dengan kita submit thesis tu berapa lama sela masa tu?
Sela masa submit thesis.
Maksudnya dia submit
Hingga
thesis.
ke Viva.
Dia maksudnya submit thesis, lepas tu nanti kita nominate kita punya examiner kan, sekali kan. Lepas tu dengan Viva tu berapa lama biasa?
Okay. Dia sebenarnya kalau nak kalau nak cepat dan selamat, kita submit kita punya nomination untuk examiner tu sebelum meeting di fakulti. Sebab meeting di fakulti adalah sebulan sekali. Contohnya katalah macam kita meeting dekat fakulti katalah minggu pertama kan. Tapi Cik Azri hantar minggu kedua, dah terlepas dalam meeting tu. So terpaksa dah tunggu bulan 1 depan tu lagi kita buat meeting untuk documentation Cik Azri tu. So itu dah sebulan dah. Betul. Katalah kita ambil the best condition, katalah kita buat meeting itu minggu kedua, Cik Azri hantar minggu pertama katalah macam tu. So pasal sempat buat meeting kat fakulti minggu kedua, and then selalunya meeting di JKPS akan buat minggu ketiga atau keempat. Okay. And then bila dah approve di situ, minggu pertama bulan berikutnya itu barulah SPS ataupun SPS lah kan, PPS, belum ni namanya PPS, akan nominate examiner internal external tadi tu. Okay. So itu pula bergantung kepada cepat lambatnya respon examiner yang kita calonkan tu ataupun SB calonkan. Katalah ideally dia respon cepat. Katalah kita boleh secure benda tu, katalah mungkin minggu ketiga untuk kita tahu dia tu available untuk jadi examiner. Okay, so once kalau dia dah available pada minggu tersebut examiner, and then PPS akan tengok jadual dia, kalau tak ada apa-apa yang clash event pada hari tersebut, untuk dia schedule terus dan invite ataupun dia email pada semua respected stakeholder untuk Viva session tu lah. Kalau secara mudahnya, kalau katalah saya mudah, sepatutnya within that 2 months tu clear.
Maksudnya kalau ideal condition paling cepat 2 bulan lah.
2 bulan. 2 bulan tu selesa lah. Maksudnya macam kita pun boleh nak backward schedule lah macam tu.
Okay.
Sebab dia punya yang kita uncertainty kita tu adalah komitmen examiner. Dia memang agree kita appoint dia examiner. Contoh, rupanya bila kita tarik-tarik kita dah set tu dia pergi umrah contohlah. Contoh. So nak tukar examiner ke nak tunggu dia balik umrah. Contohlah ni contoh. So kalau nak tunggu dia examiner, kena patah balik pasal fakulti kan. Tapi kalau nak tunggu dia balik umrah, tunggu je lah dia balik umrah baru kita buat kita punya thesis tu. Tapi maksudnya dengan kata lain, masa yang kita tak boleh nak adjust tu adalah availability examiner kita tu sendiri. Kalau kita boleh tahu dia tu tak ada apa-apa komitmen kan, tak adalah pergi mana-mana, tak ada conference, tak ada apa-apa komitmen yang memerlukan dia tak boleh nak available during that time frame of month, dan kita bolehlah propose calon tu. Kalau tidak tu kita main calon aja, rupanya dia ada komitmen lain, kita tunggulah dia kan untuk dia available tu.
Maksudnya bila dia dah examiner tu dah confirm, maksudnya dia baca report kita dulu
Okay, kalau dia dah confirm, dia nanti PPS akan arrange untuk bagi all the documentation. Sebab bila dia confirm, nanti PPS akan arrange untuk tarikh dan sebagainya. The moment dia inform tarikh dan sebagainya tu, baru dia bagi berserta dengan dokumen-dokumen tesis pelajar tu.
Oh, maksudnya maksudnya 2 bulan tu maksudnya dah confirm untuk examiner sajalah.
Ya.
Lepas tu dia baca tu berapa lama tu? Biasanya
Baca tu sebenarnya kita bagi aja tarikh viva kamu tu bila, kan?
okey.
Katakanlah kamu 10, katalah kita nak viva bulan 11 contohnya 11.
Okey.
Katalah awal bulan 11. So katalah bila kita dah lock dia sebagai examiner dan kita dah terus bagi dia material untuk dia baca, and then daripada situ lah sampai viva lah dia baca.
Oh, okey.
Macam tu. Dia bukannya macam ada tempoh pula dia nak tak. Dia maksudnya bila kita appoint tu dah lock, terus bagi sekali dengan supplementary document, and then tunggu the day event tu aja untuk dia nak viva.
Maknanya SPS dah lock tarikh viva kat dia lah. Lepas tu dia kena baca sebelum tu lah tarikh tu.
Kena baca sebelum tu lah. Bila sebelah lepas tu.
Terima kasih.
Okay, alright. So just to mention, kalau ada apa-apa lagi soalan mungkin yang tak terfikir lagi ke ataupun tak terlintas lagi, dan boleh tanyalah. Boleh tanya kat WhatsApp, boleh tanya face to face boleh. So it doesn't matter as long you guys get the true information kan, the right information kan. So I think that's the best lah. Okay, sebelum tu Puan Anizah, ada apa-apa Puan Anizah? Kalau ada apa-apa nak cakap Puan Anizah? Okay, tak ada. Cik Asrafiz, ada apa-apa Cik Asrafiz nak cakap?
Tak ada Doktor.
Alright. So sebelum kita end session kita ni, Puan Anizah tulis je. Okay, sebelum kita end session kita ni, boleh tak siapa-siapa yang ada kamera dekat phone dia ataupun dekat laptop dia ke kat desktop dia untuk buka sekejap untuk kita ambil photo session. Saya tak suka sangat bergambar tapi terpaksa.
Kau kena unshare ni tu, kau punya screen ni, Ustaz.
Macam mana?
Kau kena unshare lah kau punya screen ni.
Oh, okay, sekejap. Siap. Sekarang ni gambar apa ni sekarang?
Kau punya screen
Oh, sekejap. Macam mana nak ni? Sekarang ni apa? Sekarang ni apa? Sekarang ni? Ada pun button tak share? Dah tak share dah?
Dah, sekarang dah okey lah.
Oh, okay.
Tadi tu share.
Patricia, ini kalau supervisor tengok ni, memang terus doakan supervisor ni. Okay, bagus. Doakan sekali se. Bagus mayang ke nak prepare asal? So bisa tolong Dr. Elmi ambil gelak.
Azhar kot. Azhar Hafiz dah. Azhar tolong kot Azhar.
Okay.
Ini sebab Izzati tu kenapa? Memang dalam lab gelap ke apa? Tak ada lampu ke apa?
Ni jadi
Ya dah dia.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, satu lagi freestyle Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay dah.
Alright, so terima kasih semua. So if anything, refer je kepada kami, mana kami boleh bantu, kita cuba bantu untuk memudahkan perjalanan pengajian masing-masing. Kita tahu, kita faham, belajar tu dah susah, so kita tak nak susahkan proses je. Okay, with that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. GOT semua, insyaAllah. Amin, amin, rabbil alamin.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Lain macam lah saya punya. Itu kena bakpia tu.
Terima kasih Sir.
Okay, address Okay.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam supervisornya nanti.
Bagi kunci BM2. Kunci BM2.
Izin left.
Baik, siap.